Hey, hope you are doing well, and I am going to go ahead and talk about the updates for the Hairy and Scary public beta test. I've been a bit late on this, I apologize, but let's go ahead and get started. We are going to first talk about the hot patch that released yesterday, and it is the Hotfix Patch 0.2.6975. This concerns the AXL Boss Fight. Right now, the AXL should no longer despawn during combat. Healing visual sound effects will now play for clients during the AXL fight. Reduce flickering spotlights in the AXL arena. Fix the bug where AXL can lose aggro on revived targets. Case for some general fixes. The block and attack mapping should now work with custom inputs. Various localization issues are now fixed. Fix the crash when attempting to haul an item in the handy nap mode. Foliage quality setting should no longer be stuck at low after the save load. Players should no longer spawn inside their bed. And finally, adjusted sitting collisions with AXL's thrones. Okay, so that was the hot fix that was pushed yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the notes for the actual Hairy and Scary update public test. This is a super long list, so I'm going to go ahead and link this page below. I'm going to cover some key factors, but I can't cover all of this because this would be an hour-long video of me just reading tons and tons of stuff that has been fixed, added, resolved within this update. So let's go ahead and get started from the original update. Okay, so the new features are again the boss fight against AXL. Offering recipe can be found in the world to summon the boss. There's going to be a new mutation, 2 new trinkets, AXL furniture, the candle, throne, and chest, AXL stuffed and wall mount, AXL weapons, spear and great bow and arrows, and an AXL armor set. Let's go for the building menu. So this right here replaces the construction radial menu. This new menu is now a flat menu. When you click your build menu key, you no longer get the radial. It will all show up on a screen and be a linear menu. Let's talk about the holiday update for Halloween. This is going to be only available in October. Trick or treatery building can now be bought in a ranger station. New spooky ambiances. Candy corn replaces some of the resources in the world. Talk about some new content, new buildings. Wolf spider rug, grass quarter triangle floor, stem quarter triangle floor, pine expansion, pine wall B, pine half wall B, pine half vertical B, pine table, pine stool, pine lounge, pine skull mount. Yes. Scorpion bed and a scorpion lant. New armor set, the praying mantis armor set. This is a super cool looking set. If you haven't seen it yet, it looks like the medieval plague mask, the mask with the long beak on it. Does gas resistance, community requested, and quality of life features. Here are some community requested features. Set bonus information is now available via the Explore pop-up. Hot pouch is now available when riding the buggy. Hot pouch now permanent in the inventory screen. Orb Weaver now won't receive fall damage. Some quality of life improvements. Improved in Orb Weaver navigation. Improved on a repair button for buggies. The Sky.B, that needs reference. Now emits a small light at night. Feedback for throw starts as soon as input is pressed. And improved on feedback to the lean-to interaction. For the improvement of the Orb Weaver navigation, I went and played yesterday. Before this update, the Orb Weavers, you would ride them through the park, and they seem to get stuck on a lot of things. They no longer get stuck as much when traveling. It makes it so much nicer to use. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about other changes in tuning. Audio, improved translations, added a VO line that was missing, fixed volume of certain effects not affected by correct volume slider, resolve several missing incorrect sound effects, some combat balancing, preliminary patch notes for fall update. This is a pass on combat stats as we prepare for tier 3 content. Not really sure what they mean by that, but yeah, they are going to do some balancing, so be prepared for that. This also reigns in some overpowered gear and mutations for the AXL Boss Fight. Here are some general combat tweaks. Baseline critical hit damage multiplier has been reduced. Baseline stun damage multiplier has been reduced. Baseline parry stun reduced. Light shields stun more. Rogue armor critical hit chances are also slightly reduced. Talk about some weapon tweaks. Dual wield, final damage multiplier slightly reduced. Critical hit chance on the following weapons have been adjusted. These are all the daggers, so the daggers critical hit chance has been adjusted. All right, and just a real quick thing about the weapon tweaks and the tweaks and balancing. This happens in every single game that has fighting. So some things are going to get tweaked, some things are going to get balanced, and that could go back and forth during the public test phase of the game. Even after it releases, this stuff can still happen. It's to make everything balanced and fun to use, so there's like kind of reduced the meta builds that were in Ground at 1. I find it more fun using a variety of weapons instead of just going with meta build. But that's just me. Let's continue. Bow damage has been reduced. First weapon attacks deal less stun. Adjusted mutation as well. See further down. All right, let's go ahead and talk about trinkets. Stabby Stinger deals bonus stabbing damage with finishers. Blistering Boiler, spicy damage, and sizzle has been reduced. Myrmecologist badge. Attack damage downsided reduced. Yeah, if you could tell me how to pronounce this, I still won't pronounce it right. Armor adjustment. Northern armor. Crippling strike set. Bonus immobilizes the target for short duration instead of stuns. Ambush attacks only on angry creatures like the mutation. Grub armor. Quick charge bonus is no longer removed when switching weapons. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about some of the mutation adjustments. Ambush. Critical hit damage multiplier has been reduced. Ambush only works on angry creatures. Ambush unlock progression only counts against angry creatures. Angry creatures are the ones that attack you, not the passive ones that don't attack you unless you attack them first or they try to run away. Assassin. Dash strike. Critical hit chance has been reduced. Critical hit damage with daggers and sickles has been reduced. Smasher. The damage multiplier while creatures are stunned has been increased. Sharpshooter. Critical hit chance with charged shots has been reduced. Lil Fist. Mastery stun reduced slightly. I don't know why they would buff Lil Fist. Because, I mean, you're using your hands, but okay. Reliable Friend, revive time has been adjusted. Okay, so we were playing yesterday, and I think they broke this one, Reliable Friend. We were trying to do the AXL fight, and Reliable Friend, the time to pick up a teammate just seemed super slow. It seemed like you were on level 1 of Reliable Friend instead of level 3, so I think this needs to be readjusted again. Just my opinion, and also the opinion of Azzy, who I was playing with. We were both talking about why is this taking so long to pick up a down player. Acorn turret damage against orc creatures has been reduced. All right, talk about some creatures. Bombardier Beetle resists stabbing instead of smashing damage. Weakness to fresh has been reduced. Wolf Spider resists to stabbing has increased. Health increased. So wolf spiders are going to be a bit more harder to kill because of the health increase. The praying mantis health has also increased. So yes, we fought one yesterday. He jumped us and Definitely seen a difference. Plus, it didn't help that he was fighting us about 3 feet above our heads, which needs to be fixed. User interface. Adjust existing translations to better fit the UI. All right, so optimization. This is our first major step towards major performance improvements. We understand there's still more work to do, and behind the scenes, we have already started. So they are working on the general performance improvements across the board, making the game run better. Added various graphic options and have changed values of low, medium, high, and epic for the 0.2 update, which is view distance, anti-aliasing, post-processing, shadow, global illumination can be turned on or off. If the setting is turned on, you should be able to pick from low, medium, high, and epic. Reflection quality, texture, effects, foliage, and shading qualities. Talk about some bug fixes. Stability. We're estimating around 15% stability gain from 0.1.3. We will continue to check stability throughout early access as we continue to make strides towards getting our crash rate as low as possible. Here are some major bug fixes. Buggies are no longer affected by the fixed bug locations from your game repair menu. Fixed various crashes. They fixed a crash when loading a world with customized armor stand built. Fixed some memory leaks that would then lead to an out-of-memory crash. 50% of the GPU experience in 0.1.3 should be fixed in 0.2. Having full inventory and a two-handed weapon on a buggy will no longer result in losing the weapon. Resolved an issue where backpacks could fall underground after a player's death. Fixed a bug where players could get stuck in the onboarding facility by using the PTS. Fixed various more duplication methods. Resources will no longer respawn on high foundations. Fixed a bug where clients could not repair. Fixed various out-of-world gaps on the terrain, trying to keep you from getting outside the map. Any fix that changes the map in any way has a chance to move geometry at your base. And as a after result, we plan on doing these fixes always as batches in future to help display if your base is affected. So on this topic right here, don't build your bases near the edges of the construction areas in the map. It's always been an issue. People have always done it, especially I've seen it in Grounded 1. The entire time the public beta was going on, people would build right next to the construction tape or figure out how to start building into the area that wasn't built. And as soon as they put that section live, bases were either destroyed or half missing, or yeah, it's just a good idea not to do it unless you want to do it and lose your base and whatever gear that's in that base. It's just a pro tip, okay? Do what you want. Fixed a bug where clients were losing all their equipment when a save was transferred via important save option. Fixed the photo mode speed exploit. So one of the bugs that we were encountering yesterday, we made a game save right before the AXL fight, and then when we did a load prior save in multiplayer, we were losing food with each save. So we didn't eat it, but when we died and then I did the load to the last save, when we come back in, we were missing more and more food each time. With each time we had to load back in. So that is an issue as well. We have reported that one. Okay, additional bug fixes, performance and stability. Resolved an issue where alternating between players and buggy's backpack and resource analyzer, say that word 3 times fast, could result in a game crash. Fix an issue where Grounded 2 did not launch properly on Steam Deck. Tweaked flickering on distant environment on Xbox Series S. Corrected an issue where frame rate drops significantly when players are joining the game with teams in different locations. I am still seeing this. Resolved an issue where freezes occur when joining multiplayer section. I've seen this one. Corrected an issue where FPS drop below 20 when browsing radio menu. All right, so we're the UI UX. There is so much stuff going on here. Again, I am going to put this link in the comments and in the section right below the video. Lots and lots of issues and updated, resolved that really I'm not gonna go through. It's a lot of information going on here with the notes. And then we get into a ton of gameplay fixes, resolved and corrected. Again, as you can see, super long list. Not even going to get into this one. Link below if you want to read all of these. Props to you if you do, because holy shnikes, that is a lot of stuff that they have fixed, resolved, addressed, corrected, and yeah, they break things too. With all of these fixes and resolves and stuff, things get broke. It's just the nature of the game. Nature of gaming. But yeah, so hopefully this helps. Hopefully if you are playing the Hairy and Scary update, let me know in the comments below what you think of it. Let me know what you think of the AXL fight. I have not beaten AXL yet. AXL has been kicking my butt since yesterday. Got frustrated. So yeah, let me know how all of you are doing against this. What are you thinking about this public test 0.2.0 and the newest update which dropped yesterday? Hope this helps, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the game, and I am Magic Flying Potato, and I am Oot.